And this next fight, this is a hell of a fight, man. I'm extremely excited for this fight. This is one of the fights I'm most looking forward to on the card. Geoff Neal against Shavkat Rakhmonov. And this is going to be where I get some of the UFC hype beasts mad at me in this prediction video, where I might get some comments talking shit with this prediction, man. But I'm going to go with Geoff Neal in this one, man. It's a fight where if the line was closer, maybe I would go with Rakhmonov. Obviously 16-0, 16 finishes, and has everyone in the world kind of looking at him and really inflates his line. I mean, how can you justify that minus 500? Is Geoff Neal just a bomb, man? I mean, Geoff Neal is a bad motherfucker. This guy's a beast. So I think that anytime you can bet on Geoff Neal at those odds, you got to pull the trigger, man. I don't care who he's fighting. That's crazy odds, in my opinion. I mean, you got a guy that is a knockout artist with elite takedown defense, good southpaw, great cardio pressure, that obviously at some point in his career, when he lost his 2 UFC fights, he was going through some issues, man. He had some health issues going on where he almost died, and now he's came back to the other side. He looked incredible against Luque, man, and I don't get how you could justify Shavkat being this big of a favorite, even with his background and how hyped up people are on him. I mean, when you look at Shavkat Rakhmonov, me personally, I kind of struggle to get a great read on him because you see the level of fighters that he's facing. They aren't really the highest level guys, man. I mean, even when he beat Neil Magny, I think Magny's getting up there, man. I think Magny's kind of getting past it in terms of his career. And he absolutely dominated him with the wrestling, with the grappling. But is he going to take down Geoff Neal and just out-wrestle him and just beat the shit out of him on the ground like that? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, Geoff Neal fought Bilal Muhammad. He defended all his takedowns. His takedown defense looked incredible in that fight. I mean, has some of the best technical takedown defense I've seen in that division. I think he's going to be extremely difficult to take down. And with Rakhmonov striking, I don't have a great read on his striking, man. I mean, the guy's long. Seems like he has a real nice counter check hook as you try to come in, and he'll try to snipe you with the rear cross, and he has a decent overhand as well with the rear hand. He also has nice kicks. You'll see him throw some nice body kicks and spin kicks. And seems like he does a good job of kind of using that distance control to get you to chase him or overextend, and then he clinches you. He can beat guys up really bad in the clinch. He has real good knees, good elbows. Even though he can also get controlled in the clinch against the cage himself, I think that's probably one of his weakest areas is his cage wrestling, and I think Geoff Neal is going to come in here and try to implement some cage grinding against the fence, clinching him and trying to hold him and get him tired and wear on that energy of Shavkat. But where Shavkat shines and where he's at his most incredible is when he can get on top. I feel like he has one of the best top games in the UFC, bar none. His ground and pound is really, really heavy, super accurate, and he opens up submissions seamlessly. His top control is really, really good. If he takes you down, he's going to keep you down for the remainder of the round. So that's just where you don't want to be with Rakhmonov. But I haven't really seen exceptional wrestling from Rakhmonov. I've seen him catch kicks or off-balance guys and get him down. I've seen him get guys down against the cage in certain fights, but I feel like he might struggle a little bit to get down Geoff Neal. I think it's going to be more of a striking fight, maybe some clinch battling against the cage. And on the feet, Geoff Neal can compete with anyone, man, with the speed, with the straight left hand, with his ability to close the distance, with his decent kicking game. And I've seen Shavkat Rakhmonov get dropped heavy in a fight before, almost get knocked out. I've seen him struggle with the striking and against guys that I didn't think were elite level strikers, touching him up, hitting them with some pretty big power shots. And one thing about Rakhmonov is he has an elite chin and elite cardio, so when he got dropped, he recovered super quickly, and he's very hard to hurt in general. But Geoff Neal is a guy that you don't want to get touched by, and I just think this line is off, man. If it stays on the feet, I feel like it's a competitive fight that Neal could easily win. I mean, if Rakhmonov goes in there and dominates him with the stand-up, knocks him out, or takes him down and beats the hell out of him on the ground, then man, I mean, maybe he really is going to be the next champ and be untouchable and all that. But we saw with the Chimaev fight when he fought Gilbert Burns, man, no guy's untouchable. And once you start moving up in the division, you actually face these upper echelon guys. You're going to face some adversity. You're going to face some pushback. And if you're giving me these odds as plus 380, it's probably even going to get even farther up with everyone, all over Shavkat's nuts, So I'm going to go with Geoff Neal on this one, man. And I think Geoff Neal can get the knockout on this guy or win a decision. So, man, give me Geoff Neal in this spot. And, yeah, I mean, I might look stupid. We'll see what happens. I know a lot of people sometimes give me crap for picking a lot of these underdogs. But, man, I mean, go look at my ROI on underdogs. It's like over 15% on big underdogs, moderate underdogs. So I hit often enough to where I got 50% ROI, and a lot of these bets do end up hitting for me when I pick these big underdogs, man. So, I would heed warning from me, with Shavkat. I would not put him in parlays. I wouldn't do any of that. And I think Geoff Neal is going to potentially spoil the party here. So give me Geoff Neal, and I'll say he wins via, officially, I'll pick third round KO 2KO.